Olive was in a white room. There were lots of people bent into the same unusual pose, and everyone was laughing.
I wonder what's so funny,
asked Olive. Just then, a big and smiley octopus glided over to Olive.
Hello there, I'm Olive.
Hey there, dude. My name's Tie-Dye and I'm a yoga teacher. I'm trying to teach my class some yoga poses like these pictures on the walls, but we can't stop laughing, you know.
Oh, I love a good laugh.
Oh, hey, me too, man. But yoga's meant to be practiced in silence. Problem is, every time I try and teach a new pose, this happens.
Tie-Dye took a deep breath and lifted his tentacles. But as he breathed out, he released lots of bubbles and made a very funny noise. Everyone started giggling again, including Olive.
Sorry, I see what you mean, Tie-Dye.
Oh, because everyone laughs. My class can't hold the yoga poses long enough to exercise their muscles. You got any ideas, Olive?
Olive looked around the room.
A yoga class? Pictures of yoga poses? I think I may have an idea. Tie-Dye, if you call out a pose, I can find it in the pictures and copy it. And then the class can copy me instead of you.
Dude, that is an awesome idea. Just be careful, because you're new to yoga, okay?
Will do.
Olive stood on Tie-Dye's purple mat at the front of the class.
Okay, first pose, the mountain.
Olive scanned the pictures on the wall until she found one of the mountain.
Got it.
Olive copied the pose as Tie-Dye described it.
Stand tall, feet together, arms by your side. Take a deep breath and reach up, high as you can go, dudes.
Olive did the pose and everyone copied. It was going very well. And most importantly, everyone was quiet.
Good, and relax. Next, the rock and roll pose.
Olive found the right picture and copied the pose.
Lie on your back, bend your knees and bring them into you and rock forwards, then backwards.
Olive rocked forwards and backwards and the class followed.
Dudes, you're all doing great.
But then Olive rocked a little too much and she couldn't stop rolling.
Cake, watch out!
Olive rolled straight into one of the other pupils and they started rolling too, bumping into someone else. And soon everyone was rolling all over the place. Finally they stopped, but they were now all in very odd positions and laughing even more than before.
Whoa, nice work, dudes. Oliver's put you in the trickiest position yet, the tree pose.
Their tummy muscles hurt because of all the laughing.
Okay, everyone, relax.
Tie-Dye and the class were extremely happy and they all felt they'd had a really good workout.
Brilliant class. Yeah, best ever.
Thanks for all your help, Olive. Turns out laughing yoga is the best kind after all. Maybe my bubbles aren't such a bad thing.
That was certainly the funniest workout I've ever had, dude.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Cake, actually, I helped an octopus teach a laughing yoga class.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive was inside a huge building. In the middle was a large machine with conveyor belts leading in all directions. Olive was wearing some green overalls and a yellow hard hat. Two men were working on the machine with spanners and screwdrivers.
Oh, what is wrong with this silly machine?
Complained one of the men.
Hello, I'm Olive. What's going on?
What ho, Olive? I'm Charles, foreman of this recycling plant. This is a recycling machine. Usually runs frightfully well, except at the moment it's not working at all.
What does a recycling machine do?
It sorts all the recyclable rubbish from the local area into paper, plastic, metal and glass. But it's broken down, and we still have that huge pile of recycling to sort. Problem is, we just can't work out what's wrong.
Well, maybe I could take a look.
Be my guest, Obeen.
Said Charles, handing Olive a big spanner. She looked up at the machine's huge control panel, which had lots of dials, switches and buttons.
So, what could be the problem?
Olive wasn't sure where to start, so she took the spanner and twisted one of the bolts. Suddenly, lots of lights switched on and the machine made an odd noise.
Oh,
What? Who's there?
Asked Olive.
that really hurt.
Complained a voice. Now all the lights were on, Olive could see that the control panel was actually a huge face.
Oh, hello there. I'm Olive.
I'm Recycle, the recycling machine.
It said. Charles and the other men looked amazed.
I say, we never knew that machine could talk.
Learn something every day, don't you?
Said Resai.
Isai, what's wrong? Why have you stopped sorting the recycling?
I'm sad because the lovely music has stopped. I only like to work along to music, especially something with a good beat.
Ah, that'll be our radio. Some careless chap dropped it on the floor yesterday and we haven't got ourselves a new one yet.
Olive looked over at the big pile of recycling. There were lots of objects in the pile.
Some old metal bin lids, some bottles, some pieces of wood. I think I may have an idea.
Olive grabbed the bin lids, bottles and wood from the pile and handed them to Charles and the other workers. She selected a bottle and an old metal spoon. Olive started a beat on the bottle.
Resai! Resai!
Charles and the other workers looked a bit
Resai.
confused, but started to join in.
Resai. Come on, all together now!
Resai! Resai!
Some of the workers made a beat using different pieces of recycling. Others hit the floor, the walls, and even the sides of Resai.
Oh, wow, I love it!
Cried Resai. Suddenly, the conveyor belt started moving as Resai's pistons and cogs began to turn.
Resai's working!
Certainly is. Excellent stuff.
Charles and the other workmen, while still drumming along to the beat, began to feed the recycling into Resai, and soon he was happily sorting it all out.
This is smashing stuff, Olive. Now we know how to keep Resai here a happy machine.
Yes, at least until you get round to buying a new radio.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I was cheering up an unhappy recycling machine.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.